Hello, everyone. I'm Father Rodriguez, and I would like to share some thoughts on a current situation. The Constitution of the United States, Article 2, Section 2, Clause 1, gives the President of the United States a very special power, and that is the power to pardon those who have committed offenses against the United States of America. The clause reads as follows: the president shall be commander in chief. And at the end of the clause, it says, and he shall have power to grant reprieves, that is, acquittals and pardons for offenses against the United States, except in cases of impeachment. And only the president has this power to pardon whoever he wants, either partially or totally. And it was this power that recently the exiting President Joe Biden and the incoming President Donald Trump used to pardon a large number of people that they consider needed to be forgiven of their crimes and offenses. Now, why? Because the Constitution grants them the power to forgive whomever they want. And this is why it is an act of clemency and mercy. And it is not based on fairness or on the merits of the offended. And the president has full authority to grant pardon. And no legislation could restrict this power, and not even the Congress. Isn't this an amazing power given to the president by the Constitution of the United States? Therefore, since George Washington and then Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, all to this day, as we have seen already, presidents have used this power to acquit criminals, offenders of their crimes. And they have done this to thousands upon thousands of people. Why am I speaking of this very important clause of the Constitution of the United States? First, because it resonates with our belief in the Judeo-Christian principle of mercy and compassion given to us by God, and which is also part of the foundation of our great nation. Second, because as a leader of faith, as a pastor and priest, I would like to advocate that the President of the United States uses this power granted to him alone to show clemency and mercy to many of the people who are living in this country illegally. Now, I know that many of you are going to react saying, okay, but they broke the laws. They are offenders. And some are calling them even criminals. Okay, I get it. Okay, let's begin from there. They broke the law by coming here illegally, granted. But this is what clemency means. And both presidents, as I said, show that clemency, that pardon to many offenders who broke the law, who committed crimes, who in many instances even harmed other people. They were forgiven. They were acquitted because they deserve it? No. That's what clemency means. It is not based on the merits of the offender. It is not, in many cases, fair. However, the president can grant his forgiveness, his pardon to whomever he wants. Third, am I advocating that we do not protect the communities we live from crimes or from criminals? No, on the contrary, we should so. We should to do so. In fact, this is the duty of the elected officials to protect our communities from harm and crime. However, Some of you might say, am I advocating that thousands or even millions of those who came to this country illegally should be forgiven of their offense of breaking the laws? Well, what about that we consider certain cases like the dreamers? They were brought here as children by their parents. Therefore, we could say they're not responsible of breaking the laws. And however, these children went to school, they study, many have college degrees, they continue to work, pay taxes, help their families, help our communities, and help our country. Why not show them clemency? Why not pardon them and offer them some legal status? Because they are living in a limbo and they deserve, we believe, to be here legally in this country, which is the only one that they know. But also let's think about the many men and women who came here to work, and they've been here for 30, some 20, even more, 15 or less years, and they are working. They have no criminal records. They pay taxes. They help the community. They come to our churches' communities. We know them. They try to live up their faith and their values and instill that on their children. We know them to be good people. Why not show them clemency and give them a second chance, an opportunity to have legal status? Why? Almost 40 years, in 1986, a pardon, amnesty, a second chance was given to over 3 million illegal aliens. Can we do the same today? Finally, this is a Jubilee year, 2025. A Jubilee year means a year of grace, of liberation. It finds its roots in the Bible, especially in the book of Leviticus, chapter 25. There, that year is marked by the release of slaves, the forgiveness of debts, the return of land to its original owners, essentially a time of restoration and liberation. It's what Jesus proclaimed at the synagogue in Nazareth, a year of forgiveness, of liberation. As Catholics, this is a year of hope declared by Pope Francis, based on the letter of Paul to the Romans, chapter 5, verse 5. Hope does not disappoint. Can we offer hope to many of the men and women who work and sacrifice every day, families, children, and yet many of them now have no hope? Can we, men and women of hope and of clemency,